Hello, hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Renzo here. Okay, welcome to another live stream. And as usual, I'm gonna paint a new portrait. Okay, hello Mr. 5840. Hello Case. Okay, the colors I'm gonna use are titanium white, cadmium yellow hue, cadmium orange hue, cadmium red hue, permanent alizarin crimson, ultramarine blue, and ivory black. Okay, please let me know you can hear me okay. Okay, hello Jonas, hello Mercia. I think everything's okay with the audio. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna draw. Hi Michael, hi Monique. I'm gonna sketch a little bit with just white charcoal. Sounds great. Oh, thank you Monique. Okay, let's sketch a little bit. Okay, let me see. She has a lot of hair. I mean, maybe I'm not gonna paint the whole head. Checking out the hair here. Okay. I'm gonna place the face here. Yeah, that's okay. Now, as always, I always check out proportions. Center line, the line for the eyes. Okay, line for the brows, nose, and chin. Okay. Hello, is Ernest. Emma looks like she has a school uniform. Yeah, I think that's the image is from the movie Harry Potter. I think that's the movie. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna pick up another brush, small brush, and I'm gonna paint some details. Just a little bit of mixing black, orange, a touch of red. Okay, this is gonna be my brown for drawing. Let's see. Eyes, nose, mouth. Okay, center line. Let's check out the proportions. You know, you can draw directly without checking out any proportions, but I always check out proportions. From nose to the bottom. Okay, I place a line from the middle and the mouth goes on top of that line. Even that right now I don't have too much here. I'm squinting down my eyes and just trying to compare. Okay, so, I'm comparing about the distance from the nose. Usually when we paint a child, is the nose is pretty short. Not always, but usually. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think with this I have enough. Since I'm thinking about retouching this so many times. Okay, let's prepare one color here for the face. I don't see too much shadow, but I can prepare one general color for the face and then another for the shadow. Okay, and this photograph is kind of a pinky skin color. And then I start with something really simple, red and white. Okay, I'm gonna knock down this color. Usually you knock down any color by adding the complementary color. Okay, remember the complementary color is the opposite color in the color wheel. You need to always have a color wheel here. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Okay, if I have red, what's the opposite? Green. I can add a touch of yellow, sorry, blue and yellow, which is green, and knock down this color. Okay, a little bit of white. More green. Okay, I think this color is okay. Let's see. Hello, Jonas. Hello, Scriabine. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Oscar. Okay, maybe it's too pinky this color. That's okay. I'm not using too much paint. That means that I'm gonna be able to just to adjust that, adjust this color. Okay, let's mix a darker color for the shadow. I'm just gonna use brown. Okay, brown basically is a dark orange. You can darken the orange with blue. That was too much blue. Touch of red. Okay. Okay, I think this is too orangey. Oh, Scribane is saying, Renzo, is it better to use opposite color to knock down or use an earth color? It's the same. Listen, you can use an earth color, which is going to be faster. You know, uh, and for a portrait painter, maybe 90%, 99% is a must to have always on the palette burnt umber, burnt sienna, raw umber. At the end, this is like using having burnt sienna. It's the same. I just mix my earth color here. No, I got used to do that. It's not something that is better. I mean, I gotta say that's better if you have. It depends. I mean, it depends. But it's better if you have your earth colors on the palette. Uh, but everything depends. Sometimes I've been painting portraits with this palette, even with a more limited palette, the sword palette, and it was really nice. You feel like you don't need anything more. Okay, with this, something pretty simple. Okay, pink, a knockdown pink. I should have knocked down this more, but okay, let's say the pink and brown. I have this flat, as simple as that, just flat. Okay, and this for the shadow. Now I have roughly, I have placed the position of the eyes, nose, and mouth. Definitely, I mean, uh, I have measured. Okay, remember, I always measure. It doesn't matter that I've been painting 40 years for saying I always measure. Okay, I always use proportions, regular proportions, and then from there I move the features a little bit up, lower. Okay, but I need to do that. Let's paint the hair. Hmm. Okay, now I need to mix a darker brown. Darker brown, remember, is just orange. You can create orange, just orange, brown, sorry, orange and blue, and you have brown. A touch of red. Okay, sometimes I mix just black and orange and red. Okay, I can move this a little bit. Let me see, I'm gonna move. Oh, no, that's okay, I think. I'm gonna check out my camera just a second, okay? Just a minute. I always need to check out color. Okay. Okay. Hello, Joyce. Hello, Michael. Hello, Swadnil. I have a question. What's your favorite old master? Which one inspire you the most? Oh, there are so many. There are so many. Okay, we'll try to go over some of them. Okay, okay, okay. First, let's say the regulars that everybody have to, let's say, admire and even copy or study. Rembrandt, Sargent, Velasquez. Okay, that's just, we have to study them. Okay, and one painter that I admire a lot for about color is Sorolla. Sorolla, maybe you see Sorolla, Sorolla. Okay, and okay, there are so many more. I mean, that it's kind of, I forget all of them. Uh, um, Another one. Let me think. Mm, Fortuny, that's one more. Bouguereau, well, just so many painters. Okay, but I go over the same again and again. For example, at Van Gogh, George Seurat is one that I admire about because about color. Okay, let me see. Can you hear all the sound? There's a little party just on my neighbor. A lot of kids. I was thinking maybe not to make the live stream, but I wanted to paint. Yeah. You know what's the funny thing about having a little party here? Maybe the other neighbor that live at the at the bottom, she's gonna come out and say, "Hey, everybody, stop all the noise." Okay, let me think. Let me think. I'm thinking about right now the background. Yeah, I mean, I love that it's bright, but I think I'm gonna go darker. When I see the painting, I see the face, the white on the t-shirt, the shirt, yeah, and white, a light face, a light background. I'm gonna make the background darker. When I see the portrait, I just wanna see the face. Okay. Yeah, I think it's gonna work. Since it's not too much background, yeah, I'm just gonna make it darker. Something kind of classical color that sometimes I use is I mix orange and black, and I got some kind of brown greenish color, which I love. It's kind of a really classical dark color for any painting. That obviously makes me remember the paintings on the museums. Well, those really dark brown colors. Okay. Okay. I think it's gonna be better just to see the face and not see the background. One painter that I used to admire a lot. I mean, I admire him is Tiepolo, Giambattista Tiepolo. Yeah, I love his paintings. It's not just about the paintings. It's about what I have read about him, about how fast He painted. He used to. They say that he didn't draw. He went over huge canvases just directly, with directly. Okay, drawing and painting at the same time, which is pretty difficult. There is a thing about scale that is so difficult to control. Okay, and that happened to me a couple of times. First, I tried to paint a big painting, a big portrait, like 50 by 50, maybe 50 by 60 inches. It was just the face. Imagine something like this, but on that size. I lost even that I was trying to keep proportions and everything. I lost. I, I mean, I got lost on the proportions. From the distance, the eyes looked a little bigger. Something was off. So difficult. At the end, I stopped. I remember I used a projector, okay, and I project the photograph. That's it. I mean, that was a commission. I couldn't spend a lot of time, and at the end, I have to. When you paint a commission, you need to be as much precise as possible. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go over the eyes a little bit. Okay, let me see. I need to step back a little bit and check out. Okay, that's okay. Okay, let's see again. Need to step back. Let's see how tilted is the how tilted is the nose. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I can split the nose like in two portions, like one like this, and then another one like this, and the brow like this. Yeah. Let's see how tilted are the brows. Looks like everything is okay. Another thing I can do, always checking out the middle of the nose, the base of the nose. Imagine that you have the center line here, and you have this line for the base of the nose. This is this. You find this point here. And from there you can trace a 45-degree angle to find the corner of the eye. Okay, sometimes it's gonna work, sometimes maybe it's not. Uh, Maybe it helps. Okay, let's see. Nose, one eye, mouth. Look at the shape of the chin. Okay, the shape here on the cheek. Okay, okay. Sorry that I'm thinking right now just as much as possible to try to get. Maybe sometimes I'm not gonna be able to explain because I'm just in my head thinking and comparing a lot to try to get, for example, this, you know. Okay, this shape. Yeah, I think that's okay. The nose is okay. Yeah, now obviously when I paint, I don't make so many lines on the painting. I'm just doing these lines just to show you more or less what I'm thinking. Okay, and I keep tracing lines all over the face, always. For example, if I think about this area here, I'm thinking about this here. Okay. For example, this here with this alignments. Okay, alignments. If I'm working on this area, I'm thinking about this shape, the width of this shape and the height. And as I'm thinking about that, I continue just adding more and more paint. And obviously first, as you can see, I have basically no volume here. I just basically have one flat color, that's this pinky color, and the shadow. Okay. Now I have to add shadows and lights in order to start to get the volume of the face. Scribe, Bind, Zero, Sergeant Bogero are inspiring a lot. Anders Zorn. Yeah, yeah, a lot of them. So many painters. Too much, eh? Too many painters. Oh, I forget always. Wait a minute. I have this print and on lessons on my channel, my Patreon account. Oops. What happened? What happened? Just a second, just a second. I should do this at the beginning. Okay, that's it. I was posting just the link to my Patreon account on the comment comments box. Okay, now let's continue painting. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a smaller brush and I'm gonna just try to draw more details. Now I'm stepping back and squinting down my eyes. Even though I don't see too much here, I'm squinting down my eyes and kind of I see her face, the proportions. Yeah? That's what I want at this stage. You know, I want to see something, and then obviously I build up on top of this. Okay, when you work with just two values, let's say one mid-tone and a shadow, you need to think that you're gonna add a lighter color here on top of this one. Like for example, it's gonna be here, yeah? And you gotta think this color is gonna be just by adding white. I'm gonna get this color just by adding white, or make it warmer, or make it cooler. Yeah? Now you gotta think about that. And if you see on the photograph that the highlight, you don't see any yellow on the highlight, that means that the highlight is kind of cool. Obviously, the skin color is not a cool color. Uh, this highlight is cool, but it's hitting an object that it has a warm color. Okay. Now the next thing is about midtones. Okay, keep in mind you start with something flat. You add lights. What's gonna be the next? Add a darker color. Okay. This way you're gonna have one value, two, three values, and darker one. Obviously, at the end, the idea is to end up with more values, a lot of them. Okay, let's work a little bit on details, just a little bit. Let's see this eye, the shape of the eye is like this. Now I'm just checking out first a simple shape. I'm reducing what I see on the photograph to something pretty simple, just like this for the eye here. Okay, and then obviously I make a curve here and I make a curve here. Now the other eye. Same. Okay, let's erase this a little bit. Oh, thank you, Michael, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Hello, Maggie. Okay, let's continue. I have a little bit of this eye. I think it's tilted different. Yeah, I have to just move that. Okay, but now the nose. Let's see the nose. If this is, it goes like this, obviously the nose gotta follow the same. And sometimes a mistake is we paint a nostril here and the other nostril is over here or up. Okay, maybe we don't see the nostril. You don't see a nostril, try to follow this line, okay? This line should be parallel. Sometimes it's not, but we think about that like a parallel line is gonna be better. Now the same for the mouth. Alignments again. I think it's like that. Let's see the mouth. I'm gonna add more red, touch of white. Okay, let's see. Mouth, nose. Yeah, looks like everything is okay. Hello, Paula. Somebody's asking me more Lucky Bucket. More Lucky Bucket is asking me what brand of paint do you use? Do you prime the canvas before you paint? Yes, I prime the canvas with gesso. Okay, and the brand I'm using is Winton from Winsor and Newton. I'm not recommending any brand. Okay, this is a student grade paint. I like it. It works really. I mean, that works. This brand works really good for me. But definitely there are better brands. And in the same brand, you can you buy the professional, uh, well, I don't know, kind type. Definitely, it's gonna be better. And at the same time, and I mean, uh, so many people sometimes think think that when you start to paint, you should use just maybe cheapest materials. Okay, depends about your budget. Definitely, it's better. You use, like say, not the cheapest ones, because I have seen so many people buying the more cheapest canvases. Okay, and then that's kind of impossible to paint. And then just after trying like a couple of times, they think, oh my God, oil paint is so difficult. That's the way they paint. Like the oil doesn't flow on the surface. You know, the surface is sucking all the oil from the paint. They they end up with that idea that just oil painting is like that. You know, and that happened because to buy a cheap or really cheap canvas. It's the same with oil paints. Okay. Today I went to the market. This just small market that's not that's close to my house. and there's a store that I don't know why. I mean they sell things like for kids, like notebooks, paper, all of that. Like for an office, for things that you find in an office. And this woman, she has there some canvases. And it was like, oh my god, what? How much is that canvas? It was like $3, like 16 by 20. No, no, like something like 10 inches by 12 inches. That $3 is nothing. Eh, if you buy the canvas and you paint on the canvas, definitely you're gonna have some problems, and you're gonna think that the problems are about the oil paints, are about the brushes, and everything is about just the canvas. For me, it was nice because I can buy some of those canvases. Maybe one day I don't have any canvas, I can buy the one. This small store just 2 blocks from here. That's those small markets where you can go and buy food, fruit. It's the old way that you go and just negotiate with the vendor, and you say, "Hey, I want a discount." Usually, when you buy something, they give you something like a gift. The last time I bought some fruit, and the woman that sells the fruit, she gave me a banana as a gift. It's like going to a supermarket that you go and uh, you just pick up the fruit, go and pay for the things, and go home. That little market, there's so many stores there, and one of those stores is trying to selling canvases. It's pretty good. It's pretty good for me. I prepare my own canvases. I go to some stores that are pretty close to the School of Art, just in downtown, and those stores, they sell the same this. I don't know how you say when you buy this, like I have here, like this, in this way, without any preparation. I used to buy this by meters, and I prepare a huge canvas, so sometimes smaller canvases. Hello, Marcelo. Maggie Tattersfield is asking me what size of brush are you using? It is a short flat. Eh, Uh, well, I have so many, but about the size of your brushes depend on the size of or your painting. But for example, this one is number 8. This one is number 0. This one is number 2. This is like an angled brush. This is a filbert brush, round brush. I have another angled brush here. I have a flat brush. Maybe I'm gonna use this one, maybe not. This is number, I don't know how to read that number, but this is like a number 14 or 16, number 6. Yep. Okay. At the end, it's pretty nice to have a store really close. Well, forgetting another because there's a big mall here, it's pretty close, and I don't know. I keep forgetting that store. It's a big mall, and there is a store that they sell even oil paints. It's like when I go to the stores, the art stores that are close to the School of Art, you find a tube of this by, let's say, $5. And this little store in this mall is just like $8. Sometimes even 9, almost double the price. I don't even think about the store. I mean, it's obviously if I'm planning to buy just one tube, okay, obviously it could be a good option just go there and buy even the double price because thinking about going to downtown, all the traffic, okay, and if you go, let's say, but using the public transportation, maybe it's gonna take you an hour to get there, an hour, and if you go walking, you're gonna get there maybe 40 minutes, and by car it takes you more. Because it's just in downtown, just you know that area is too crazy. And if you take a taxi, take a Uber, take Uber, that's gonna take you maybe 30 minutes or 20, 25, 30 minutes. Uber is just faster. Okay, and adding light, more light to the face. Right now, I'm not thinking more, not nothing about colors. Basically, I'm just wait a second, something is happening here. I'll remove this. Okay, just thinking about uh, light and midtones and shadows. Okay, not thinking about color and moving things. For example, this eye here. Maybe I need to move this eye to the left. I'm squinting down my eyes and I still see the face. That's a good thing. Okay? I see the overall shape. I see the face. Okay, I think I'm gonna move the iris to the left. Here too. Okay. Okay, have to move the hair again. To narrow the face a little bit. Yeah, that's okay, I think. Okay. Let's see, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Let's continue thinking about the lights. Okay, let's go with more white, a touch of yellow. Light here. Light here, here. Light here. Here, here. Okay. Okay. I need a darker color. Work on the shadows. Yeah, something's not okay here. I think it's about the shape. Okay, let me see. This is like this. This. Okay. Yeah. I gotta, I gotta recreate the roughness of this area. It's kind of flat. Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna blend a little bit. I was thinking about obviously comparing one eye with the other eye, establishing shadow here, for example, the base here on the lower eyelid, shadow here. Basically, I painted this shadow with a couple of brush strokes and I squint down my eyes and compare, and I think it's pretty good, even that it was just two brush strokes that represent that area, okay? Light and shadow. Now, about the nose. Yeah, I'm gonna have some problem with the nose. Okay, that means that I have to put some extra time working on the nose. Okay, let's blend a little bit. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Hello, Sylvia. Thank you. Hello, Victor. Hello, Dita. Okay. Let's blend a little bit. I need a different brush. Okay, I need to. I'm using my brush just to create this spherical form here. Okay. Okay. Okay, I need to change the color on the skin. I need to add a little bit of orange here on the skin. Orange, white. Let's see. To make this darker. A little bit grayish. Okay, let me see. Darker here. I use this color. Just want to make this darker. Darker here, darker here. Okay, darker here. Yeah, now let's blend. Sorry. I think I got the flu. I need to lost some weight, you know, I'm a little fat, and I keep getting the flu like too many times. It's too much. I have a friend that he's pretty skinny, and he's he's always really good. I mean, he never get the flu, nothing. I'm gonna just kill some edges. Okay, I added a little bit of green here. You know that there are some areas that the skin is red, some areas that the skin is red. It's green, sorry. The green is pretty subtle, okay? The red is maybe the color that we see the most. Uh, Speaking about green, let me just. I think for this painting, it's gonna be more about a grayish green. Here was too light. Now for skin color, you can mix green by mixing black and yellow. That's gonna give you a pretty mute green. Okay, here because of it's the nasal bone. Now you can mix blue and yellow too, and with the skin color to get a green, but you have two options there. Okay, yellow ochre, for example, black. That's pretty good to mix a greenish skin color for the skin. Here it's a little bit greenish. Okay, here. This area is because the bone is just here. Okay, now it's pretty subtle. Okay, don't think that you have to go. Maybe one day you wanna add more color. Okay, here, all this area is a little bit greenish too. Subtle, subtle. And maybe one day you don't decide not to put those colors. That's okay. You don't need to put those colors all the time. Okay. And for red colors on the face, I think that's pretty clear. I keep mentioning those areas all the time. The cheek, the nose, cheeks, nose, upper and lower eyelid, a little bit on the chin. Okay. Okay, subtle, okay? Pretty subtle. You can just go slowly and adding more red and more red or pink. Knock down the color going back and forth. Okay, I like the skin color that I see now. Can you see those? Okay, now I'm gonna keep it. Yeah, I like it's pretty close to the photograph. I think I'm gonna keep it. Okay, now I can make all of this darker. Not too much paint, and I can add a couple of brush strokes here. Okay, let's see. One second. Here, here. Okay. Okay. There is a reflected light under the chin. Now, if you decide to do any change to the colors here, like making maybe this yellowish, why not? It could be. Remember that that's gonna affect the reflected light under the chin. You know, I love to add some orangey reflected lights. I would love to make this orange and make it add an orange here. I just love to do that. I would love to do that, but not today. Okay, squinting down my eyes, stepping back, and I think I'm doing okay. What do you think? Hello, thank you, Monique. Hello, horror fan. Beautiful work as always. Thank you. I love your confidence. Just to go and with all the dark. I could be so frightened to do that. Yeah, maybe I've been doing this too much that I'm not scared anymore. What keep me scared all the time is the likeness, more than color. You all have checked out my channel. You see that sometimes I get the color right, sometimes it's more yellowish, more reddish, but always trying to get the likeness. And okay, you're gonna see that sometimes it's just like you see the person, but something is not there. You say, well, kind of the features are there, but that's not that's not. I don't know what's missing. I hate that when I don't know what's missing. And anyway, just that's impossible just to change that. That's gonna happen so many times. Okay, and even I have checked out a painting after a week, and I don't know what's missing. It's like even I remember a couple of times, more times I have measured everything, like using a proportional divider, measuring everything is perfect, but it's like all the measurements are okay. I did all the corrections, and still I don't see. I see something is missing there. I don't know what it is. And I just stop trying to continue. I just left the painting there, and that's okay. That happens so many times. So I know there are some people that's just so difficult to capture. It's just that. Hello, Jasmine. Thank you. Hello, Wolf Soon. Okay, thank you. Hello, Artsy Souso. Eh? Hello, Linda. Yep. Yeah, I saw the comment too on the East Oak Studio Live. I've been watching some of the live streams. Not all of them because they last for 4 hours. Yeah, but pretty amazing too. Okay, let's continue. Now I'm gonna add just more details. Let me see. I'm comparing the nose is not okay. Something's still different. I think this area. Yeah, I need to put more smile on the mouth. What about the color? More shadow here. Yeah, more shadow here. Uh, okay, because I don't think it's about adding lights. From here, I don't think they're gonna add more lights. You're gonna be just about the highlights. And definitely, I'm gonna change the color of the highlights. To add more color to the face. I think my election color for the highlights that would be just orange and white. I mean, no highlights, but this area, for example. Okay, here. Okay. Hello, Wolf. Son is asking me. What is your criteria for your choice of model? Just what I like at the moment. I usually, uh, maybe I have found 90% of the photograph to paint from on Pinterest. I keep just looking on Pinterest. It's just what I like. Yeah, that's it. Obviously, I got influenced sometimes for, I don't know, it could be a video, it could be. I have painted one of the Three Stooges. Stooges, that's the word. Like a month ago, and that was because I saw a video on YouTube, and I thought, oh, I gotta paint all of them, and I painted this guy. I think it was Shrimp. I don't remember his name, and I'm planning to paint all of them. Yeah, and somebody sent me a photograph of Elvis, and definitely I'm gonna paint Elvis. Elvis Presley. Presley. Man, just that. I mean, I just having a good time painting. Yeah, and I'm preparing some sketches for my own paintings. I kind of prepared something, and then I have painted a couple of them, and then I go live, and in the process, I'm hoping to get more ideas. Okay, let's work on some details. Okay, Monique, see you later tonight on the drawing class. Maggie really love to watch all the changes. Okay, thank you, Maggie. Yep. Okay, let's work on the details. Okay, I need a different brush, smaller one too. Oh, this one is gonna work. This is number 0, double 0. Yep, double 0. Another website that I have found so many images is Pixels. Just like pixels.com, and another website is Pixabay. Pixabay, pixabay.com. I keep searching those places for images to paint, not just for the live streams. I have a Patreon account, and we paint Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. And I have to keep looking for more photographs to paint. And we draw Thursdays. We're pretty busy the whole week. Oh, hello Danilo. Isabel Pache is asking me, will you paint a landscape in future? Yeah, I will. You know why? Because you know what? We paint a lot of landscapes on Saturdays. On my Patreon account, we paint every Saturday for from 2 hours to 3 hours, especially everything. Still lifes, landscape, animals. We've been painting landscapes maybe I don't know for the last 2 months. Yeah, a lot of landscapes, really beautiful. I haven't painted landscapes here on my channel, but we keep painting there. You can join that tier for just $4 per month, and for that amount, anyone can paint with us for every Saturday for a couple of hours, which is a pretty good deal. Yeah, yeah. Hurry up, hurry up and join my Patreon account. Okay, thank you. Horror Fancy would love to see you paint Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein. Albert Einstein. I don't like it. No, I don't see anything like. Maybe if I find a nice photograph, like an artistic photograph. But when I think about his face on a portrait or painting his face, no. To be honest, yeah, I don't think I will paint him. Egypt is saying I just got my first paid commit. Oh, that's pretty nice. Egypt, congratulations. Maggie Tattersfield is asking me, what time are your classes? I live in England. Saturdays mornings. Yeah, I have on the group 2 or 3 people from England. You know, at that time, at morning here is like night, in England. Yeah, there is one person from Scotland, like two, maybe more, five, six. What happened if I have like some kind of 50 patrons on the $4 tier? But usually we paint people that paints on Saturdays is about 10 people. Sometimes just 5, 10, which is pretty good. Uh, Obviously, uh, the video stays there on Patreon. I mean, I record the class, and this way anybody can see the video during the whole month, all the times, or I gotta say anytime. Thank you, Sevilla. Oh, Oscar Barris is saying we start at 11 a.m. Central Time, which is 5 p.m. in UK. Thank you, Oscar. Yep, that's the time. Okay, and Sundays we paint portraits, and Tuesdays for 4 hours each time. It's a lot. 4 to 5 hours. Basically, I'm using two brushes right now. These two tiny brushes. Okay. And just drawing with this one and adding light with this one. It's like with this, making it darker. With this one, I correct, and I keep using both. And I always try to keep painting one area and then jump. For example, from a stage just maybe what, couple of minutes, maybe let's say 5 minutes in one eye and then 5 minutes in the other eye. I don't I don't try to finish up one eye and then move to the other. I will try to chicken up both. Okay. Maggie, no, Maggie. I mean, Saturdays afternoon in English time. In UK, that would be 5 p.m. For me, it's 11 a.m. And for you, it would be 5 p.m. Yeah, so we paint sometimes 5 hours. Which you know that we stop so many times when we paint alone on Patreon. We stop like every sometimes every 5 minutes. You know, for everybody to catch up. Uh, 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 yeah, usually every maybe 10 minutes. Let's say we stop. And during the process, I check out the paintings to give some advice, to point out some mistakes. Okay, let's see. Yeah, yeah, I like it, I like it. Yes, I love how I start to see the face. Here's gonna be the tricky part. But I think I have painted the eyes maybe a little bigger, especially this one. Not so sure yet, but I think. No, okay. Too early to see what's wrong. I'm gonna move to the nose. I'm cleaning this brush, the darker one. Working with this too to pick up a more reddish, dark red, brown color. How can I say, a dark, a reddish brown. Okay, let's draw the nostril. Remember that we can use, we should use always a reddish color on the nose. We need to, we need to try to represent some transparency on the nose. Okay, I love the softness on the mouth right now. Yeah, I would love, I'm gonna go for, try to paint a lot of details, but I would love just to maybe just leave it like that. Pretty expressive. And I'm not like expressionism, like, but definitely. It's an insinuation of the mouth. I love it. Yeah, now I'm thinking that maybe I'm making her a little bit older. That would be always a problem when we paint a child. Uh, I'm gonna move this to make the face a little bit wider and rounded. Just a little bit, okay? Okay, let's continue working on the mouth. All the darker colors that I use is basically a dark red. And for some darks like here, I can use even pure alizarin crimson. Okay, and it's gonna work perfectly good as a just dark color in shadow. Let me see. Yep. Okay, let's see here. Remember, there's a muscle that goes all the way to here. Okay, horror fan, thank you. Okay, horror fan is saying this is stunning. You have really captured a brilliant likeness of Emma. Beautiful work. Yeah, I gotta read the nice comments. You know that make my ego grow. You know, we need some confidence. Hello, droid. Hello, Polo Bar Tip. Okay. Hello, Shubok Jog. I don't know how to say your name. Okay, let's continue being. Okay, let's see the mouth. Let's see the smile. I have started just with basically one line and another line. Obviously, it's not like that. There are some curves here that I need to capture, and the upper lip is always a little bit darker than the lower lip. I mean, always that we when we have usually, let's say, the same light that is coming from up. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of highlights. And now I need to step back. Mixing red and orange, a little bit of white. I have painted the highlight, but I'm going to erase that. I just want to, that's too white, too light. I'm going to add more red and orange. I want to make the lower lip more orangey. I want to add more color to lower lip, okay? Okay, I think that's better. A little bit more maybe. More red, more orange. Looking for a brush for blending. Okay, I got it here. Okay. Squinting down. Yeah, I gotta fix something on this eye. Mm. Mm-hmm. Okay, maybe. Okay, to be honest, I don't know exactly what to do here. I'm gonna add a highlight, okay? Let me see if this highlight is gonna help me to see a little bit more. There's a highlight here. Okay, there. Light here. A little bit of light on the upper eyelid, sorry. Okay, let's see. Let me think. Light. I think I have to add more light here to make this more rounded. All this, I need to make it rounded. Okay, let me see. Here goes here. Okay. Okay, I need to work more, obviously, in this area to get this gesture here. Okay, I'm gonna use pure red. I have a dark color on my brush. I add pure red, and you see the mixture here is a little bit of darker red. Okay. Okay, now let's work on this side of the face. Let's see. Okay. Here, all this in shadow. Okay, a little bit of light here. I'm trying to compare as much as possible. Right now, if you see my face, where you see me moving my eyes left to right, and paint, and check out the photo. Paint and check out the photo. Paint and check out the photo. Paint and compare. Okay, I have to move this a little bit up. Yeah, now speaking about values, I'm squinting down my eyes and I still see that there are some colors that should be darker. For example, here. Okay, I need to make this darker. I'm gonna mix black and yellow here on this brown. Okay, here, here. Yep. Now, what about this? The nose. I think the nose is more rounded, yeah? Let's see. Here, like this, I think. Okay, let's step back, squint down the eyes. Hey, something is not okay. Maybe more rounded here. I need to make this more rounded. That's gonna make her smile a little bit more. Okay, or maybe it's just this shadow here. This one that goes like this. Okay, a little bit red. I need a little bit of red here. And here I see a little bit of. Okay, maybe this is gonna create more roundness here. Let me see. Yeah, I think that could be the answer. No, definitely the nose it needs to be more rounded. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. More. I need to soften this as much as possible. I'm sweating here for the people that paint portraits out there. That you all are watching me painting here. Do you feel my pain? Here. I'm cleaning a brush for blending. Sometimes I load my brush for blending with a color when I want to change, kind of blend and change at the same time. Or just a second, somebody's knocking my door. Sí, ¿mi billetera no está afuera? Ahí encima. Ahí, mira, ábrela, mira lo que hay. No, escoge un billete y con ese billete paga. Sí. Sorry. My daughter is asking for food, delivery food. They taking care of me. I mean, my daughter and my son. Speaking about the things that I eat. Yeah? That means that I cannot order my own food. They order my food. Okay. Hello, Brahim. Hello, Jonas is asking me, do you usually study the picture before you paint it? Yep, yeah. I try to do that always study the painting. Sometimes what I do is I reverse the image, okay, to try to see that, I mean, something is off because, I mean, it's not like all the faces are perfectly symmetrical. And so few things that we don't notice, but we know that something is not like perfectly symmetrical. That when I reverse the image, those things just pop up and I see things so clearly. I'm gonna show you here on the screen what I do before I paint, and let me see if I can do that. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, but okay, here I have. Now you see that I can move this image. Okay, I can make it like that. Can you see that? And when I do this, I'm able to see, for example, one eye is more open than the other. Things like that. Okay, or I don't know, anything that maybe is gonna cause me any problem when I'm working here. Okay, for example, and obviously if you have the image pre at the same size, the painting like this, for example, I'm gonna move it here. Yeah, for example, look at my painting, look at the photograph. The nose is not okay. It's tilted different. Can you see? I need to make her smile a little bit more. It's easy to point out those mistakes. And if I pick up a mirror, that's gonna be even easier. Okay? I have seen a couple of things, and now I have to, for example, one thing, I'm gonna do one of the things that I have seen. Okay, first, let me put here. Okay, one thing it was about moving this portion of the nose a little bit up. Okay, now I studied the photograph before paint. That helps me a little bit to see little things, but definitely I, I usually we forget a lot. It's kind of difficult to keep image, especially. I mean, visual information is really just difficult to memorize, to remember. Okay, and what is the best option is just to let's say try to kind of read out loud those things, like the nose is more rounded than usual. Okay, and that would be information. Okay, that's gonna be easy just to remember that more than remember visually that the nose is more rounded or one eye was bigger than the other. Definitely, that's gonna be more difficult. But that's for me. You gotta find out your own way to try to remember little mistakes. No mistakes, little things that maybe you're gonna have problem painting. Okay, and that I know exactly why that happens. That happens because I start with uh, symmetrical construction of the face. I always do that every time at the beginning when I'm just tracing the center line, the lines like this, like that. I'm basically starting with a perfect symmetrical face. Okay, and there is no perfect symmetrical face. There is always something that is off on our the people faces. Everybody. Maybe it's pretty sure there's gonna be some people that has a really perfectly symmetrical face, but uh, and then sorry, got lost a minute. Okay, kind of difficult to speak and paint at the same time sometimes because I have seen something that wasn't okay here. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, was speaking about why I make the mistakes I usually. Yeah, because I started with a symmetrical face. That was my construction. Okay, and from there I move things a little bit up, lower. I know right now I'm moving things. I have to move the nose a little bit up, because it was tilted like this and it was like that. But I mean, pretty sure that everybody's here. You all have painted, or you're planning to paint portraits. We have to deal with that. That's a lot of back and forth. Okay, a lot of that. Okay, I need to make here smile a little bit more. Okay, that's better. That's why it's always a recommendation to use a mirror. We should use a mirror always. Nowadays, obviously, maybe you cannot use a physical mirror, but you can take a picture, the painting and the photograph, okay, both, not just the painting alone. And you flip up both, and then you see when something is off. Okay, I'm gonna add some dark orange here on the iris. I know I have to close this eye. I'm thinking maybe it's on the upper eyelid or the lower eyelid, or maybe both. But it's just like when somebody smiles with the eyes, people tend to kind of close the eyes a little bit. Yeah. Now a little bit of shadow here. Oops. I picked up some black, I think. Yeah. I picked up some black. I remember when I was a student, sometimes we used to kind of race each other, painting portraits. Somebody just let's say we were uh, there were three, four, five of us. Okay, one of us is gonna be the model, and I remember we had like an hour just to paint the face. Yeah, that was pretty amazing. It was a good training. I don't know why we did that so few times. I think it was one of my friends. I mean, I never liked it to kind of push myself to compete with anyone. I prefer just to kind of walk alone. If things are working for me, I'm working. If not working, I'm not working. I mean, with practice, I'm gonna get better. I'm not saying that's not okay to just to challenge yourself and compete with other painters. But I remember, especially one of my friends, I think he had always the idea, hey, let's do this. It was pretty nice, yeah. And yeah, I mean, obviously we were students, and obviously we got some painting okay. The other one wasn't okay. Yeah. Well, it's just like that, like everything. I remember we painted some day a girl, one of our students' friends, one of my friends. Yeah? We painted her. It was pretty good. I mean, it's like she has like a kind of, let's say, an easy features to reproduce, to copy. And she didn't like the the portrait. No one. She was like not like that. And we were, yeah, you like that. And she was, no, not like that. She didn't want to recognize her herself on the portraits. That was pretty funny. Okay, let's go again. Anyone here? Feel free to critique my painting, okay? If this was kind of personal, kind of interpretation, my own interpretation, obviously nobody could be able to critique me. But since I'm trying to copy the likeness, yeah, you're free to critique me and point out my mistakes. That's okay with me. Hey, but maybe if you're telling me to fix something, I don't do that. That's because I don't see that I need to fix some areas, maybe. Okay, but feel free to participate. I think the lower lip is too orangey. Wow, it's too orangey. I need to make it more reddish. I'm gonna mix some alizarin crimson with white. Okay, and I'm gonna mix it here. Let's see if that works. Hey, I think that's better. Hmm. Okay. Okay, things that I see that I need to fix here. It's more rounded. I'm picking up. First, I just kind of soften all the marks that I left here with my pinky. I need to make it more rounded. This. Okay, what else? What else? I need to narrow this here. Hmm. What else? What else? Yeah, I need to make her smile a little bit more. I saw that before, but I wasn't able to correct that. Ernest Stevenson is saying you have made her hair more red. That will work very well with her tie. Yeah. Hello, Toko Afifa. Hello, Seven Ocean Blue. Thank you, Isabella. We have to always soften edges. Okay, edges are pretty important. We need to keep them soft. Remember that one of the things that maybe is gonna hurt your painting more than anything that's gonna be edges, sharp edges. Okay. I need to add more hair. And to make things a little bit darker here. little bit more. Okay, I need more shadow under the chin. Okay, and still to make this more rounded. Yeah, I think that's better. Soften the shadow here. I'm using a brush number 0. It's a round brush. Okay, which you can see the hair. I can lay down paint with this brush, and at the same time I blend with the same brush. Okay, I need to add a little bit of light here. Okay, some eyelashes. Let's add some eyelashes here. Okay, that's better. Speaking about the eyebrow, I think that helps me. That helped me a little bit. Okay, continue with shadow. I need a little bit of shadow here. Just here to create the roughness. You hear listen some noise on the background. It's my neighbor. He's having a party. Little bit of some eyelashes here, the lower eyelid. Okay, okay. I need a little bit of light. We gotta go all over the face, checking out values here and there. Don't give up. I need to check out twice the painting, 3 times, 4 times, sometimes, so many times I just want to give up. I just say, oh, okay, I'm gonna leave it for tomorrow. Sometimes I don't go back to the painting. I try just to, but obviously it's always a good idea just to take a rest from the painting because at some point we're not gonna be able to see our own mistakes. That's normal, that's all that happens always. Anyway, I mean, in my case, I love just to, let's say, go as much as possible. Okay, I have my limit, 3 hours, that's my. Sometimes maybe I have painted some portraits here on my channel in 3 hours and a half, but definitely no more than that. At that point, I just say that's enough. Okay. Let's see, I think I have too much shadow here. Let's light up this. What is okay? The highlight on the nose is not on the right position. Yeah, I think the highlight is more here to the center. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was a mistake. Yep, just there. Okay, and here the value is a little bit different, a little bit darker. I think this is what creates the spherical form on the nose. Okay, I could leave the highlight here maybe. Yeah, I think it's working okay. Okay, what else I need? A little bit of shadow here. Yeah. Okay. What about the highlight here? It's gonna be okay there. Yeah, I think it's okay. Maybe this shadow here is should be a little bit lighter. Now, obviously, all those things is would be better if you know a little bit of anatomy because we are going on things that, for example, I'm relying on the knowledge that I have about the skull, about the muscles. Okay, that's gonna help you all the time to see more because at some point we're not gonna be able to see if that's gonna be always necessary to study a little bit of anatomy. Okay, for example, here the highlight here. Maybe someday you miss the highlight, or you can move it a little bit lower. Okay, that's this light here. First up here is because of the zygomatic bone. We have to be aware of that highlight, and once we know that it's because of a bone, okay, that means that's gonna happen on every face. We're gonna see the same highlight and the same spot. Okay. Thank you, Kunika genre. Thank you, Audra BRJ. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I need to work on some shadow, for example, here to lift up the chin and make it more rounded. Okay, what else? What else? Okay, here, a little bit darker here. I'm using a brush for blending. Remember, my brushes for blending are just round brushes, and the hair is just open, it's just frayed out. That means that if I add a little bit of color with this brush, at the same time I can blend it. Okay, you see, I change the color a little bit and I blend. For example, here, put it here, I blend. Pick up a little bit of color on the tip of the brush, I lay down, and at the same time that I'm making a little change there, I'm blending. Okay. Yeah. Okay, Isabel is asking me how long do you need to get the first good portraits? How long do you need to? Uh, but usually paint here in YouTube for 2 hours, 3 hours. Yeah, yeah, let's say 3 hours. Yeah. Hello, Mary. Okay, see you later. Yeah, that's what I usually spend here on YouTube. But this is at the Prima, okay? That's the technique. That means that I'm trying to just finish up a painting once in one sitting, one session. Okay, now obviously you're gonna get a different result if you go with a second layer. That means kind of repeat the same process, but obviously making some retouches based on what you have already. That you after 2 or 3 hours, we have a lot painted. It could be right, it could be wrong. It's not about that. We have established light, shadows, and then you can go on a second session. I have a video here. I have a painting that I did in 2 sessions. It's different when you go on a second session. Okay, it's not better. It just depends on the style. When you're gonna paint a la prima, it's just a la prima. You kind of prepare yourself to finish up everything in one session. When we paint in different sessions, like more than an hour, obviously that make a change to or what we plan. Okay? Why? Because sometimes when I'm thinking that I'm gonna go back to the painting after a couple of days, see a mistake sometimes, and I say, "Hey, I'm not gonna fix that because I'm gonna let it dry. I'm gonna go over that with just more paint, or something like that." Like I see some area that is should be lighter, and I said, "Okay, I'm gonna retouch that when the painting dries." And we paint at the Prima, we kind of we push ourselves to just do more at the moment and don't leave anything for tomorrow, because that's. Oh wow! I see something that's not okay here. I should be more rounded. This. Wow, that was so clear. I didn't see it. Yeah, so many things like that. That those mistakes are just in front of you, so clear for everybody, but you don't see them. Eventually, since I go back over the painting, over the whole painting again and again, eventually I used to find out the mistakes, but I mean, not all the time, of course. Sometimes I just don't see things. Yeah, one softening here, one softening here. Oops, I'm forgetting to add a highlight to the mouth. Highlight here. See a little bit more. A little bit more. Touch. Okay, that's okay. Now the upper lip maybe is too thick. Need to fix that. Okay, that's gonna be maybe move the lower lip or just thin the upper lip. Not so sure. Okay, but definitely I have to do something here. moving. It's like I'm making the lower lip a little bit thicker, and by doing that, kind of narrowing the upper lip. Yeah, I think that's better. And now I need a little bit of light here. Adding basically a more saturated color. Okay, a more just reddish color. And I move the brush stroke here. You see, every time that I do that, my intention obviously is mix the color here. Okay, that was too light. I gotta go back again and make it darker. Okay, this is normal, okay? Going back and forth. Don't discourage yourself if that happens to you because that's part of the process. Okay, need to make this shadow a little bit darker. Okay, have the shadow a little bit darker. Mm. Mm. Okay, added a little bit of light here. Now I blend. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of light to the hair. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish up the hair. Okay, I gotta go to it. Everybody's getting ready to eat now here at home. Hello, Wesley. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Hello, Melanie. Thank you, Isabella. Okay, Maggie. Good night. I want to add a little bit of color here. That's why I'm adding orange and white. More orange. I just want to saturate this little by little. Then a little bit of red. Okay, more red. Let's see. This is the brush that I use for one of the brushes I use for blending. That means that you see that basically I add in paint and at the same time blending. Okay. Okay, I wanna just add more saturation, a little bit more. I go really lightly. I mean, if I make a mistake there, I can just blend that out just by mixing more because it's just a little bit of paint. Look at my brush, just has paint just on the tip of the brush, and I go lightly. Okay, I'm not laying down a lot of paint that I wouldn't be able to correct later. Okay, let's see. Here, I think everything is okay. Okay. I got the feeling that, I mean, I'm missing something, but I don't know what. I don't know where on the portrait. Okay, let me see, what else? Working with just this brush, I paint and clean the brush, paint again and clean the brush. Okay, change it to a different brush. I need to make a shadow here, just here. I'm trying to just. I don't think that these little retouches change too much of about the painting. But anyway, I love just to stay more time checking out everything. And at some point, when I'm about to say that's it, sometimes some mistakes just pop up. Okay. For example, here I added a little bit of green. Now, when I add this color that is more orangey, my intention is not to get rid of the green there. Okay, it's not like I'm planning to just erase the color that I just added before. It's better if you keep both colors there. Uh, that's not something that, I mean, I keep mentioning this contrast that is, we have to always consider that. Not, maybe it could be pretty subtle sometimes. That's called the simultaneous contrast. Check out on that. Sorry if I repeated that too many times, but that's important. That's very important to understand the contrast and and use it as much as possible. Maybe sometimes it could be pretty subtle. Okay, but sometimes I mean definitely it's gonna be pretty useful so many times. Okay, I like the color. Definitely, I think that I'm missing something, and uh, when you paint a teenager, a child, I mean, missing something or having a mistake, usually is gonna you're gonna see that on the edge. Okay, that's a common mistake. Just painting childs or teenagers a little bit older. Yeah, but I think I'm close enough. Yeah. Okay, what else? What else? I'm just going to warm up a little bit this shadow. Pretty light brush stroke, okay? Uh, when you warm up any shadow, basically you're making that shadow transparent. I mean, it's not nothing is absolute in painting. It's just easy to warm up any shadow, make it transparent. And now somebody's gonna tell me, what about a cool color in the shadow? Yeah, that would be the same. I mean, we can get the same effect, but with different temperature. But if we gotta go with, let's say, the simple way, that would be just warm up any shadow by adding, you warm up it by adding burnt sienna, orange, red, and you're gonna create some transparency there. Okay, subtle. Okay, speaking about subtleties. Okay. Hello, imagine photography and design. Thank you. Okay, I'm getting tired, and I don't know what else to do. To know, just at the point that I need a rest. To it's not like a rest to check out things to fix. And when you are at this point, go for a walk and go back to the painting after maybe an hour and continue painting. Okay? And if obviously painting is a hobby for you, go to work and then go back to the painting. Okay. Anyway, I love the painting. Okay, I love my painting. It's just like everybody, we want sometimes a little bit more, and for me, the little bit more is on the likeness right now. Uh, it's maybe just in my head. Maybe that's pretty good. I'm gonna make this a little bit orangey here on the edge. A little bit orangey here. The areas that are close to the skin, okay? Here, the edges. A little bit orangey. I'm gonna mix some white for a touch of blue. Okay, I think that's it. Yep. That's it. I'd love to spend more time with the hair, but you know, I gotta go to eat. I'm listening from here, just the chairs moving upstairs. I think everybody just uh, has ended up eating. I'm gonna eat alone, just with my little dog. I need to add more of this color. That's pretty good. Definitely this orangey color warm up the whole painting. That's it, I think. Okay. One thing. I think I added too much shadow here to the lower eyelid. Wait. I'm gonna light up this. Yeah, I think that's better. What about edges? I think edges are okay. Okay, to be honest, I'm not so sure about all this edge. And what I'm going to do and just soften that, okay? Blur this a little bit more. Okay. I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, hello. Thank you, Julia. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Oscar. See you in an hour. I think it's in a couple of hours. It's at 7 p.m. Central Time. Yeah? Yeah, that will be in a couple of hours. I don't see this blue here, but I'm just adding some color in this area. Okay, that's it. Yep, that's it, I think. Okay, that's it. I was working on the nose, and now I think I ruined the nose. It was okay. I did something to the nose on the last brush strokes. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you like it. If you're not subscribed to my channel, don't subscribe. Subscribe, of course. Yeah, that's it. Bye, everybody. Take care. See you next time. See you tomorrow. I hope.